welcome here to TalkFCB and welcome back to the channel, guys. And boy, today do we have some news to discuss as we are going to be talking transfers as we kick off here with the big news surrounding Ferran Torres with a potential move to the Camp Nou. We're also going to be talking about whether that move for Ferran could affect our approach for Karim Adeyemi. And finally, more big news as well on Ousmane Dembele, whose contract situation at Barça is reaching breaking point. It is all up for discussion today. But let's begin with Ferran Torres, because there have been plenty of rumours here linking us to the 21-year-old highly rated Spanish international that have been getting Barcelona fans very excited over the past few days. But the question that, of course, we're all asking right now is, can we actually get him? Could we, as a club, make this deal possible? Well, last Friday, things really did explode into life when it came to Ferran Torres, because Mattia Almani actually arrived in Manchester for talks with Man City, but nobody quite knew why. And it turned out that it wasn't for Raheem Sterling like many expected, but actually, Almani was there to discuss Ferran Torres, who, let's not forget, is a player that Almani knows very well indeed. He has a good relationship with Ferran after the time they spent together in Valencia, and Almani there met with Txiki Begiristain, the director of football at Man City, also Ferran Soriano, the CEO at Man City, and two men who, let's not forget, may be at Man City now, but they were an integral part of Joan Laporta's board during his first time in office as president of FC Barcelona. And the whole reason why this meeting indeed took place, because usually these kind of face-to-face negotiations only really happen when a transfer is moving along, when it's getting pretty serious indeed, and the reason they met is because Ferran wants Barca. He is absolutely desperate to leave Man City and to join Barcelona. He feels right now this is an amazing opportunity to be a central figure at a club like Barça, a Spanish player, of course, coming to play for one of the big two in Spain, and he believes he can lead Barça back to the top, and he could not miss out on the chance to do that. And it's even gone as far to have been reported this morning that Ferran Torres has agreed a 5-year deal with Barça in principle, and in order to make the move happen, he's even willing to lower his salary to leave City and be able to join Barca. But of course, the big question would be exactly how much would Man City want to make this deal possible? It's all good and well having the will of the player, but we would still need to match whatever Man City's valuation would be. But what I would say about City is they signed Ferran back in 2020 there for a fee of 23 million euros, which certainly wasn't all that much for them. But despite their significant financial backing, they're not really a club who keep players against their will. They're not really there like PSG, for example. Man City are very much of the idea that if a player doesn't want to be there, if he does want to go elsewhere, they are happy to make it happen, but we would still need to pay their valuation, which has been sort of rumoured of between 50 and 70 million euros, which I think there, especially when you're going upwards towards 70, there's no way Barca could get there. However, there does still remain plenty of optimism on the side of Barca that they can make this deal happen there with that will of Ferran Torres wanting to leave. Barca right now are looking to pay more around the 40 million mark. That is where Barca are right now. Maybe they would be happy to go a little bit over that as well with some variables in a deal that would basically mean that Man City would double their investment on Ferran Torres in 2020, which wouldn't be bad business for them, but Barca would try and secure a deal that was paid in instalments, with that transfer fee then being paid over a number of years. And I think the one thing that I do want to make absolutely clear here, guys, is when we're talking about Ferran Torres to Barca, I am talking about now. I am talking here about Ferran as a January transfer target, not in the summer. We want to get him in now, and we want him to have an impact there in this team, in Xavi's Barca, in the second half of the season. And I think it's a very exciting rumour. You look at the kind of numbers that Ferran has produced over the course of his career, player. He's still incredibly young. This is a really young player who is already developing, growing in the game, scoring more and more goals every single season. And especially there, you look at his record with the Spanish national team. 22 games, 12 goals for Ferran Torres. And he was recently named by Marca as Spain's best player in 2021. Such has been his performances with the national team. And of course, who could forget that truly stunning hat-trick against Manuel Neuer and Germany last year as Luis Enrique's side won 6-0 in the Nations League. But I think aside from all of that, all of the numbers, all of the stats, the kind of player that he is, the profile, the big name, the fact that he wants to leave City to join Barca, all of that stuff is great. But I think the one thing that really excites us Barcelona fans looking at this Ferran deal, the fact that he is young, the fact that we could sign somebody who is a really emerging talent, but I think also it's about the position. It's about the kind of player that he is, that I don't think we've seen at Barca for quite some time. A really, really intelligent player there who can play as an inside forward, somebody who can be out wide but can also make really intelligent runs. He's a good finisher in front of goal. And I think coming from a Pep Guardiola team, he already understands what we want to do as a club, and especially there showing his form at Spain as well. I think he would suit us absolutely perfectly, the kind of football that Xavi is looking to play. But of course, in the end, guys, what it is going to come down to is whether Barca can meet City's demands. I don't believe that's going to be easy, because competing with a club like Man City financially is tough right now for Barca. We're going to have to see exactly what we can do on that side of things. But that will of the player, the fact that Ferran wants to say, you know what, I don't want to be here anymore. I don't want to play in Pep Guardiola's Man City side. In fact, I want to come to Barca. That is unbelievable for us, and a real statement about where we still are on the footballing map. And what I would like to make absolutely clear here, guys, is that obviously when we're being linked to Ferran Torres, that's extremely exciting for us. But of course, we're also on the lookout for what is happening with Karim Adeyemi. Barca remain one of the front runners to sign Adeyemi this summer from RB Salzburg. But unlike with Ferran, we've said before, this will be a summer transfer target, not in the January transfer window. Salzburg want to keep him until the end of the season. But the good news on that is that it's being widely reported that Barca's pursuit of Ferran Torres will not affect our plans for Adeyemi. And the dream scenario would be Ferran in January, Adeyemi in the summer, and just imagine a front three of Ansu Fati, Karim Adeyemi, and Ferran Torres. Now that's the future. However, you will notice there one name that I did not include in the future of our front line, because could Ousmane Dembele's time at Barca be coming to an end? Because as we know, it's been very widely reported that his contract expires in the summer of 2022, and we are now entering, of course, the final month before on the 1st of January, Dembele is free to sign a pre-contract agreement with another club ahead of a summer move for absolutely nothing. Time for Barca to renew him is running out. And as you can see right here on the cover of Mundo Deportivo this morning, there's a big headline: ultimatum. Because Barca have reportedly given Ousmane Dembele until December the 15th to finally agree to a new contract. The club are growing more and more frustrated with every passing day, and it's expected that by that time, mid-December, we will know one way or another: is Dembele going to stay, or is Dembele going to go? Because it has been reported over the past few days by those close to Dembele's entourage, they're leaking things to the media perhaps, that there are reportedly interested clubs in Dembele who are willing to offer him a 20 million bonus to sign with them for nothing. And apparently Dembele's agent there expects those offers to be reflected in Barca's renewal offer, along with the fact that they say Dembele is a potential Ballon d'Or winner, so he should be paid as such. Now, as much as I would like to rant about those rumours, and as much as all of that just makes my head want to explode with those kind of quotes, what I would say is, it is just rumours at the end of the day. Nothing is official, so I don't want to go too much into that right now. All that I will say is, At this point, what we know for sure is that Dembele has not renewed, he has not signed a renewal, he's not pledged his future to this club, no progress has been made over the past few months, and after all the words that we've heard from Xavi, from Dani Alves, from Laporta, about the fact they want Dembele here, they want to help him succeed and become the best player that he can be. But if that is not going to convince you to stay, nothing will. And if you don't want to be here, then fine. Because we are not going to overpay. We are not going to be held ransom by Ousmane Dembele. We've already overpaid for the past 4 years. And at this point, you either sign the renewal and stay here, or pack your bags and take up those big offers somewhere else. So that there, guys, is the latest news right now regarding forwards potentially coming into the club and also potentially a forward going out. What do you make there of those Ferran Torres rumours? Do you believe that is a move that we can make possible and potentially there, the exit of Dembele, whether it be in January for a small fee, maybe it be in the summer, of course, releasing all of those wages from the club's wage bill, that could also help facilitate those moves for Ferran Torres and Adeyemi? Or do you still believe that Dembele could sign and stay here? Let me know all of those thoughts down below. What would you like to see happen? I will see you soon for plenty more videos. Thanks for your support, and until next time, as always, Visca El Barça.